Hey guys, it's LegoMatic9, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the 6 custom LEGO minifigures based off of the characters from the hit TV show Friends. Now, if you guys don't know, Friends is a sitcom that aired in 1994 and then stopped in 2004. And I started watching this show like 5 years ago, just off reruns from, I think, Nickelodeon or wherever they were on. I forget what, TBS, I think, is where I started watching them. I watched them 5 years ago, and I instantly fell in love with the show. It just became one of my favorite shows ever, and I just really love this show. And this year in college, my roommate told me that he had never seen Friends, so I was like, dude, we have to fix that right now. This show's amazing. You don't know what you're missing. So we decided to watch the entire series, and after rewatching it, I was just like, you know, why haven't I made Friends figures? This is a show that I really love, and it just makes sense for me to make these figures, so that's what prompted me to do so. So the Friends are the first of many throwback figures, I guess you could say, for this year. I'm going to be making a lot of figures just based off of older movies and stuff this year, so I thought I'd start off with some figures from one of my favorite TV shows. So later on this year, I'm going to be making Indiana Jones, Doc and Marty from Back to the Future 2, and then some like Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi and figures like that. So if you guys have any suggestions for other throwback figures, just let me know, and I'll see if I like the source material enough for that. So, now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the close-ups on these custom LEGO Friends figures. So we're going to start off with Rachel Green.
Danger! Ah, salmon skin roll.
Now, whenever I think of Rachel, I always picture her in her waitress outfit, so that's what I made her in. So starting off with her accessories, she has a coffee cup and a serving tray. Now, one cool thing I was going to do with the coffee cup was I was going to take the Central Perk logo, which you can kind of see right there. I was going to take that and put it on a water slide decal and put it on the coffee cup, so the logo would be on the cup. But I don't know if there's something wrong with my paper or with my ink or something, but whenever I tried applying that freaking decal, the print just wiped right off, just dissipated, dissolved, whatever, just, I don't know, it was just ruined. So I was just like, alright, I'll revisit this at some other point. I'm not going to deal with this now. So unfortunately, I don't have that for this video, but maybe for another video in the future, I'll have that coffee cup actually ready. So I'm going to take these out of the way now. And just get those out of her hands. So, like I said, made Rachel in her waitress uniform. She doesn't really have a uniform. I think the only thing required is that she wears an apron. But just the idea of her wearing like a denim vest or a blue vest of some kind just got ingrained in my mind when I watched Friends. It was just like, whenever I pictured Rachel waitressing for Central Perk, I was just like, alright, she's wearing a blue vest of some sort and a skirt and an apron. That's just always what I thought of, and so I decided to make her in this outfit. So starting off with the legs, I just painted them a flesh color, and then I painted on the shoes. She has an E-tape skirt that was painted in a matte black, and then I've got like the gloss stripes on it. Now her apron is made out of a piece of cloth, then I painted that in a white color and then added the green, the blue, and the pink details on there, so that's pretty nice. Moving on to the torso, that is just a blue torso, and then I shaved down the sides of it to make it more curved. I would use an Aerolite curved torso, but those things just, I don't know what my problem is with them. I think they just curve too much, they just look unnatural, so I decided to curve it myself, and I think it looks pretty good. Now, I just painted on her other details in like a dark blue color, such as her pockets, just the design on her shirt, and then her collar. And then I painted on the buttons in a brown color, and she has some flesh arms since she's wearing a vest, no sleeves. Now, her face is the Penny face from the Big Bang Theory set. I really thought that worked really well for Jennifer Aniston, so I was just like, alright, we'll use this. Reuse a sitcom character for another sitcom character. So I think that works really nice. And the hair is just the pop star hair or whatever from some collectible minifigure. Got that, painted it up in like a reddish brown color or whatever, real brown, and then I added the blonde highlights. So that was the big thing with Rachel's haircut in the 90s, I guess, was the blonde highlights and like, I guess, the shorter hair or something like that. So yeah, that is Rachel Green. Really, really like this. Out of all of the, out of all of the girls, I'd have to say Rachel is probably my favorite out of all these figures. Just think she turned out really awesome. So there is Rachel Green. To go along with Rachel is Ross Geller, of course.
By the way, if it makes you feel any better, I happen to like 8-year-old boys.
Now, Ross is probably the character I am most like on the show. I'm into science, I'm into school and stuff like that. just like he is. Even though he's not my favorite, I still feel like I am the most like him. And he actually ended up being one of my favorite figures. I think the likeness on him is just spot on, especially with the face. And yes, let's get into it. First off, he just has a briefcase, since he's always carrying one around whenever he's going to lectures and things like that. So I decided to give him that. And then also, just as another fun accessory, I did make Marcel the monkey. So made that for him. Just have that as just a little side accessory. That one was kind of rushed, but it still had to happen because Marcel is awesome. So on the figure here, you can see he's got some shoes just painted onto his brown pants here. Then he just has that kind of basic suit design painted onto his torso there. That was painted in kind of like a khaki color and painted the sleeves and everything. And then the shirt underneath was just the standard Lego, I think medium blue color, I forget, or light blue, I forget which one. And then I just painted on the suit over top of that with all of the dark brown details and the white buttons. And then on the actual shirt, he has a tie that's painted in a silver, a black, and in a gold color. And then his wrinkles and all of the other little designs on that shirt were painted in a darker blue. Now his face was that face that everyone used for Agent Coulson back in the day. I forget what head it is, like what the actual name of it is, but it came in a few battle packs and things like that. I had some cheekbones on there, but I erased those off using some Brasso, and then I repainted the eyebrows so they were the correct shape and the correct color. Now the hair was the kind of Mutt Williams hair. I think that's just what it's this one right here. I actually have it right here. This hair right here. Ignore that figure, but it's that hair right there. But then I sculpted onto it to make the hair kind of, I guess, like get gelled up like he has it. There's an excessive amount of hair gel on there, and I painted it in kind of like a semi-gloss color since he does wear a lot of hair gel in the show. Just wanted to capture that shine in there, so I think I did that pretty nice. And I'm overall really happy with the sculpt of the hair. I think it turned out pretty awesome, pretty spot on. So I think this figure is pretty spot on to David Schwimmer or Ross Geller. So hopefully you guys like it. So there is Ross Geller. Next up we have Ross's sister, Monica Geller.
Some girl ate Monica.
Shut up. The camera adds 10 pounds.
So how many cameras are actually on you?
Now, like I was saying before, some of these figures weren't exactly my favorite just because they were kind of basic, and Monica's one of them. She just didn't have that many outfits that just stood out to me, like, oh, I'm going to make her in that outfit. But, you know, she just didn't really have all that many, so I just went with kind of like a basic white t-shirt and black pants. I think she was wearing this while she was cleaning one episode, so I was like, you know, I'll just make that. It can also kind of fit in with her chef outfit, since I'll probably be making one of those later down the road, because there is a collectible minifigure that's coming out with a chef hat and long hair coming out of the back. I think that comes out in May, so stay tuned for that. Whenever that comes around, I'll definitely be putting that on Monica later down the road. But right now, she just has some hair without a hat. So again, like I said, Monica's pretty basic. She just has some black legs. Didn't bother painting on shoes since she just wore black shoes and just would be kind of pointless. But she's got a belt painted on there. Her torso is just a white torso, and like Rachel, I sanded the sides of it to make it more curved because I don't want to use Aerolite curved torsos just because they just, I don't know, they just don't seem all that good anymore. The curves seem too much. So with this, just sanded on some curves. I think it looks pretty nice. Painted all of the details for the shirt on her torso there and all the wrinkles and everything. Then painted on the flesh tone. Then she just has a face from, I think, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I'm blanking on the character name. I just bought the figure just to get the head for her because I thought it was a pretty good fit. So I have that on there, and then I just gave her this hair. Hair's not exactly my favorite. It works, but it isn't the best for Monica. I wish there was a better hairpiece out there, but there isn't. So yeah, like I said, Monica's pretty basic. Let me show you her accessories real quick. So in the show, Monica is either cooking or she's cleaning or doing whatever. She has a very big obsession with cooking and cleaning, so I thought it would be kind of cool to capture one of those with some accessories. So here, I made her some rubber gloves using a technique from my buddy the Moose Figs where you just cut off the stud off of the top of a Lego figure head and then glue it onto the hands there, and it kind of looks like glove tops. So have that on there. I think those look pretty nice. And then I sculpted a spray bottle out of some Procreate. So I think that turned out pretty nice. Probably one of the only Lego spray bottles out there right now, or at least custom spray bottles. I don't see why anybody else would make one, and Lego hasn't made one yet either. So I had to sculpt that. I think it turned out pretty nice. So that is pretty much it for Monica Geller. Now we're going to move on to my favorite character from Friends, and that is Chandler Bing.
Actually, it's Miss Chandler Bing.
So Chandler wears sweater vests constantly throughout the entire series, so I thought it would be appropriate to make him in an outfit with a sweater vest. So Chandler just has some khakis with some shoes painted on there. His torso is just like a medium blue torso, and with just some, like, the shirt pattern painted on underneath the actual vest there, so those are painted on in a dark blue with some white buttons, and then he has the flesh color painted on. And his sweater vest is a layer of cloth that I just glued around the entire figure. So just 3D, I thought it'd be appropriate just to make it 3D, because or else it'd look kind of weird. So made that out of cloth, and then painted on the little buttons there. You can see in kind of like a glossy black color. Now his face, I think, was the Neville Longbottom face from Harry Potter. I think one of the newer ones, at least relatively new. So I took that and just repainted the eyebrows so they look more like Chandler's. And then I got the new, like, dog trainer hair, I think it is, from the collectible minifigure series line. And I painted that dark brown, and I think it works perfectly for Chandler. So Chandler's my favorite character from Friends, and he is actually probably my favorite figure out of all of these. I just really love how he turned out. Even though he's pretty simple, he just gets the job done, man. Really love the Chan man. So with Chandler, I did make some accessories. So I guess I'll just show one of them now and show one of them with Joey. So with Chandler, I gave him the chick, at least the fully grown chick. So he's got the chick and Joey has the duck, and I'll show that once I get to Joey. So there's Chandler, comes with the chick, and yeah, there is Chandler Bing. Next up, we have Phoebe Buffay.
Smelly cat, what are they feeding you? Smelly cat, it's not your fault.
Now, Phoebe was probably the most weird one to make out of all of them. Phoebe's pretty weird in the show, so I wanted to pick an outfit that was just crazy, and I knew all of her outfits were pretty just weird looking, so I was just like, this was the last figure I made because I was just dreading, I'm like, I don't want to make Phoebe's dress, they're all so weird and have all these weird patterns on them, but she actually turned out pretty damn nice. I'm pretty happy with it. So she has just some sand blue pants with some dark brown boots painted on there. Her dress is just like a black torso with that just pattern painted on there with the, like, I don't know what that is. It's kind of like a tan color with some white and then some like medium blue color painted on there. Just all these weird just shapes and dots and curves and things like that all over her dress. Now the extended layer is made out of E-tape. You can't really see the seam line, which I'm pretty happy with. So that looks pretty nice. So just that pattern goes all around her dress there, so you can see that. And now her jacket was made out of a Cape Madness trench coat, and I think it looks pretty cool. I can't remember if I said this or not already, but this is her outfit based off of the series finale. I just thought that was one of my favorite ones I've seen out of Phoebe, and it looked pretty cool. And she's wearing a jacket, which I thought would be a cool thing to include with these figures. So the jacket was painted in kind of like a glossy brown color, and then I added the details with like a Tuscan red, I think, or like some really dark red color. So I think it looks pretty nice. And she's got the collar that goes around. And now her face, I think, is that a Pepper Potts face? I think I ordered that one in a Mary Jane face. So I'm pretty sure this is a Pepper Potts face with the eyebrows is repainted to be brown rather than, I think, it might have been like a ginger color. So I painted those, and then her hair was actually the Saruman hair from Lord of the Rings. And so it's made out of rubber, and it had the beard attached. So this thing looked really weird when I got it. And so I had to cut the beard out. So it's just kind of weird just having just a beard piece laying on my desk. So I have that sitting out. So cut the beard off, then painted it in a yellow, dry brushed it in some brown, then painted it, like covered it in yellow again. And I think it looks pretty nice. So with Phoebe, I felt like the most appropriate accessory for her is her guitar. So this is made out of a brick forged guitar. Painted that up in the red, the black, the white, and then the gold for the strings there. So painted that up, pretty nice. Don't really have any Lego guitars, or at least acoustic guitars. So this had to do. I'm glad I still had this sitting around from when I ordered it like 4 years ago. So that's pretty nice. You guys will see here with that throughout this video, at least at the beginning and at the end. So yeah, that is it for Phoebe Buffay. Last up, we have Joey Tribbiani.
Hey, how you doing?
Now, unfortunately, Joey kind of fell into the same problem as Monica with not having a significant or identifiable outfit that he wears a lot. Like, for Phoebe, she wears weird dresses. Chandler wears sweater vests. Ross wears suits. Rachel is either in her waitress outfit, at least in the early seasons, or in some really nice, like, dress or whatever. And so, with Monica, you know, Joey doesn't really wear that many different outfits or anything that's like, oh, you look at that, that's a Joey outfit for sure. So Joey kind of just fell into the category of being in some normal clothes, which was just kind of like weird to paint because it's just super simple. So I feel like this figure is just like really bland compared to the rest. So if anybody has any ideas or any suggestions for Joey outfits for me to make him in, any that you just think, oh, you look at that and that's a Joey outfit. If you have anything like that, just let me know, and I might just remake this figure in that outfit. So, you know, Joey's pretty simple. He's got some jeans with some shoes painted on and the belt loop. No belt because he's a slob and doesn't wear belts. He's got the V-neck, the dark red V-neck that's painted on there with all the wrinkles. The head is just a Superman head with the eyebrows repainted. And then the hair is a modified Sleepy Guy hairpiece, just with the top like completely sanded off, and then I resculpted the top so it just looked natural and not just like a clean, smooth surface or whatever. So resculpted the top hair because the only part of his hair that spikes out is the front. So there's a little look at the sculpt on the top there. That looks pretty decent. Now with Joey, even though he's a simple figure, I did make him some pretty awesome accessories. So to go along with the chick with Chandler, I have the duck. Now, the duck is just made out of a Lego seagull, and I painted the wings up so they were all white. Lego doesn't make a duck piece, so I kind of had to improvise and use a seagull because that was the closest Lego bird that looked like a duck. So, went with that, and I think, you know, it works. So, here's the chick and the duck together. You know, the duo associated with J-Man and Channy. Then to go along with Joey, this is probably the most fun I've ever had while making an accessory. That is Hugsy, Joey's bedtime penguin pal. So this guy was just a lot of fun to make just because, like, I never would have pictured myself making a custom penguin. Like, what the hell? So he's got a Santa hat that was sculpted on there. Everything else was painted on. So the face was painted on, goggles, the red, all the stripes, the vest. Everything on him was painted on. So again, most fun I've ever had while making an accessory. So like I said, Joey may not be the most complicated figure ever, but he does have some pretty awesome accessories to make up for it. So, that is it for Joey. Let's go ahead and finish off this video. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Making the Friends was just a big passion project for me, so I would really appreciate some feedback. So if you guys have seen Friends, let me know what you guys think of these guys. Let me know which one's your favorite, or if you guys have any suggestions for how to fix Monica or Joey, or just anything in general, let me know in the comments. I see all of them, so, you know, just let me know and I'll see it and maybe I'll actually do it. If you guys haven't seen Friends, then what are you doing? Go on to Netflix right now, binge all 10 seasons immediately. It's just one of the best TV shows I've ever seen, definitely my favorite sitcom, and just one of my overall favorite TV shows. So, go binge that right now. Just click off this video, go to Netflix, watch all of it immediately. It is just fantastic. So if you guys have any suggestions for other Friends figures you'd like to see me make, or just any other figures or videos you'd like to see from me in general, just leave them down in the comments, and I'll take them into consideration. And if you guys haven't already, please check out all of my social media accounts. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Flickr, Google+, and Facebook. All are linked to in the description, so definitely go check those out if you haven't already. And be sure to like, share this video, comment, do whatever. Just really appreciate you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.